Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to episode 9 of My Hero Academia season 8. So yeah, and last episode was a lot. Um, so yeah, let's talk about it. So one thing that I didn't mention in the uh, quote unquote discussion was how they basically had Deku's mom uh, the exact same way that she runs to see him through the screen is basically how he does it to go and save Bakugo in like episode 2. So I thought that was really great. It's I'm pretty sure like almost shot for shot it looks exactly the same. We also had some movie characters, but I only know Melissa. I've only ever watched the first movie. I'm sorry. Maybe after season 8, I can get to finally watching the rest of the movies with you guys. I'm not sure. I don't know how long they are. But yeah, a little bit of that it is lost on me. Okay, so yeah. As emotional as it got me, I will say I do have some mixed feelings about Shigaraki's farewell. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like, basically All for One's second death, but I would have preferred not getting it if it meant that we got more time to focus and get a bigger uh, conclusion to Shigaraki's character arc. But just having him talk longer with Deku and just, just be, you know, uh, each other for a little bit. Not a hero and a villain. Well, I mean, we got that, but I'm saying more. And just two boys who just were able to see who they really are for the first time. A lonely boy, still crying, but not realizing that he was until now. And finally taking the hand that was being reached out to him. And like, I don't, like, it's not like I have something specific that I wanted them to talk about. I guess just, a little bit of more of their journey and what they got them here. Because Deku knows, but Shigaraki had no idea about, Deku's struggles and all that he's been through to get to this point. Like, I don't know, call me cheesy, but I wanted to have something akin to, like, Naruto's talk with Obito. Or Naruto's talk with Sasuke. It would obviously not have the same emotional depth because Shigaraki and Deku were not friends before turning antagonistic against each other. But I just mean, like the nature of just being in this white space and talking about their feelings and how they come to see each other's perspectives more clearly. Another one that I forgot to mention from Naruto and Nagato. That one is peak. But yeah, just, you might say like, oh, well, what was Shigaraki gonna do if he lived, you know? And it's like, I don't know, but I wanted him to have that chance. And yeah, you can say like, oh, they were just gonna like put him in prison for the rest of his life. But at the very least, if he kept on living, there was a chance that things got better for him. Instead of just this being the end of the line. And yeah, also like Shigaraki saying like he didn't wanna, you know, he wanted to keep destroying the world, but he couldn't. And it's not because, you know, he was physically incapable of, but because Deku got him to see that there was more to him than that. Deku finally reached him, but it's like, you know, like, I don't know, like, can you say, you know, wholeheartedly that Shigaraki was saved? Here. And I'm not sure I can. Like, it's just, you know, kind of depressing that that he has to, that the only way that he can get salvation is by dying. Similarly with Toga. Like, I don't know. Just them living would be a big optimistic view on like, oh, you know, a systematic change of the way that people are labeled villains and stopped trying to be helped. I would feel more optimistic about it. But here it just, yeah, it's really bittersweet. That we got Shigaraki. At the very least, he got to destroy All for One alongside Deku. And that means a lot, you know? The person who groomed him, that wanted him to be this villain with all-encompassing hatred, and literally wanted to take over him and make him be someone who he isn't, and wouldn't have been if All for One hadn't been, you know, manipulating his life from the beginning. Like, it just feels like, you know, Shigaraki was just doomed to not have a happy life like people who didn't get such a shitty hand dealt in life. But yeah, everything else, I think it was great. There was a lot of callbacks, and I'm pretty sure I did not catch them all. But you know, it still got to me. Everyone cheering for Deku and believing in him. And I think there's definitely you know, it's very significant that what he's wearing is not his hero suit, but instead just, tattered pants and a shirt that's someone else, someone who changed his mind, that really saw him as, you know, a hero who's failed everyone and a danger to others. Also wanted to aid him in some way. So here he's literally just a boy that wants to do the right thing. He's basically being like the spokesperson of everyone who's put their hopes in him. And I really like that. But yeah, as much as I have, like I said, mixed feelings about Shigaraki's ending, I do like that Deku was able to reach him. Even if it was, moments before he died. It just makes me really sad. But yeah, I also like that. Also, another, like, even in this episode, we had All for One being reminiscent of early Bakugo. I think at one point he says, like, oh, Deku's eyes are not still dead, which is something Bakugo says against Uraraka in season 2. And just how the root of All for One is just being a lonely human being. After all, the only person in the world he had was his brother. And he became obsessed with his brother just being all about him. After all, they were not raised by anyone either, so that could have also played a part in that. So yeah, I'm sure that looking more deeply at All for One is not just nature, but also some nurture, as well as how he ended up like he did. So he's not as simple as I thought, but I wanted to spend the discussion on Shigaraki, so that's what I did. But yeah, I think All for One is a good villain. He's just not one of my favorites in the series, but his conclusion was very good. But yeah, let's just start the new episode. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Shinsei no move, silent or voice. The day has come. The day has come. Oh. Oh, I remember them. They're from season 6. It was like the episode right after the war ended. Only after everything was done, huh? At least they finally did something. Oh, Uraraka's dead! Oh. Mm. Bakugo. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. Shonen. The power of friendship. Oh. Oh, it's just like the end of season 1. Oof. Okay. Mm. Oh, he heard that? Yeah. Man, every time. If Bakugo cries, I cry. What is this music? Hey, I'm glad for them. Yeah, there was no time. Okay. Hey! I like this speech. Oh. Okay. I see. Oh. Yeah? Oh my god, I love his hairstyle here. Though I'll always prefer the long hair. He's always been uh, Bakugo has always been a nerd, even if he is the one calling Deku one. Ah, yes. Oh, he's leaving. I thought they were making an exception for him. No. Oh, Aoyama. When he's holding his cheese, right? From when he first told Deku if he wanted to be friends with him. Fair enough. Shinso. Yeah, but I'm still sad about Aoyama leaving. Hmm? Okay. I'm glad he didn't let him finish. Hmm. Right, she's from the flashback during season 5. Yeah. Oh, I thought they didn't cut his hair. He just has it in a bun. Deku must have been remembering the time when Aizawa told him, if he doesn't get better, he'll expel him. Hmm? Oh. Hey, Todoroki looks good with the messy hair. Yeah, the art looks so clean with him right here. Mm. Oh, okay. I actually. Oh, wow. That's a lot of restraints. Mm. Uh, he actually smiled. I wonder what was gonna be the last part of the sentence. Ah, hooks! Oh, so sweet. Oh, Endeavor smiled. Oh, wow. What? Okay. Wow. Ya to mitsketa, doko de kita, mo yo. Preview? Okay. Give me a second. I cried. Okay, so first off, that scene with Bakugo, Deku, and All Might. Oh, that really got to me. We know how much it meant for Bakugo. First, to acknowledge how much stronger than Deku. Sorry, how much stronger Deku had become than him. To then get the mentality of, oh, he's now someone I want to surpass. You know, he's my goalpost that I want to meet. And eventually have him run after my back again. But more than anything, Bakugo just wanted Deku and him to be, you know, back to back, fighting as pro heroes and accomplishing their dream together. But Deku without a quirk, well, that doesn't seem very possible anymore. So yeah, I also don't think Bakugo was just crying for himself, but because he also knows how much wielding All for One and being the hero, Deku, meant so much to Midoriya Izuku. Yeah, I love the way that All Might basically comforted him. By basically saying, you know, you guys are already the greatest heroes there is. You guys are my greatest heroes. Even if Deku doesn't have a quirk. You know, that doesn't change anything about that. So, yeah, oh man. Just looking at the scene again is making me teary-eyed, so, that was fantastic. Yeah, I love Bakugo so much. And just seeing him cry like that, you can see how much it broke his heart to hear that. Thinking of all the times that him and Deku, have been chasing each other. And then it's all abruptly finished. No wonder it would hit him that hard. Yeah, Bakugo had no idea Deku had done that. Yeah, oh man, fantastic scene. I also really like the Aoyama scene, though I do wish he had stayed like him and Shinzo, but it's not like I'm surprised. At the beginning of the season, Aoyama did say like, I'll do what I can right now, but after this I'm leaving UA. And you can tell that Aoyama wouldn't feel comfortable or like he fits with everyone else. Even though they're all like forgiving him, I know that, it's understandable under the circumstances that he was in. Aoyama just can't forgive himself just yet. So everyone respects his wishes. But still sad. And of course that great Todoroki family is seen as well. As usual, keeping up with the Todorokis. It's a sight to behold. Like, I don't think I barely said anything here because I just wanted to fully absorb it. But yeah, Endeavor, is striving to be better even now. Like, he just knows, right, that he'll always have that above his head. That no matter what he does, he'll probably never feel like it's enough. But it doesn't really matter. He's not asking for forgiveness, like as we see with Natsuo. He doesn't want any more contact with him, and Endeavor is respecting it. Because that's not what he's after. What he's after is atonement. I will say though, it is a shame that he took most of the time that they could talk with Toya, and then everyone else just wasn't able to. But they'll have other chances, but still, like, I know he has a lot to say, but I'm sure so does everyone else. So, yeah. I do like that detail where he says, like, I've been watching the video that you made when you revealed yourself to everyone. I'm watching now. It took me a long time, but I am finally doing it. After all, that's, what else can he do in this other than finally pay attention to him? But yeah, it is a shame that it seems like there is no chance of him to not die. Like, it's just a matter of time. But at the very least, they have that. And they'll take whatever they can get. Oh yeah, that moment where Todoroki is like, "What's your favorite food?" If I recall correctly, it's because during the Endeavor Agency arc, or maybe it was right after the high end arc. One of the ones where we're seeing the Todorokis having dinner. We have Natsu saying like, "Oh, I just now found out that cold soba is Shoto's favorite food." So, yeah, food is a big thing where the siblings missed out on bonding and getting to know each other. So, yeah, I get why he asked that specific question. And oh, actually, no, I'm remembering also. I think it was in a flashback in season 7 where Shoto tells Baku or Deku about like there's so much I want to know about Toya, and I just like brothers, I want to know what's his favorite food, and that's one of the things that he says. Like something so mundane that you take for granted. Unfortunately, I did get spoiled on like that last scene with Ray in front of Endeavor's sidekicks and looking at his phone. And like I saw a lot of people taking it a specific way. Like it's definitely like has Ray forgiven Angie? Because but I think you can I think it's up to interpretation. And even if she has, I don't see her spending more time than she needs to with him. That is not related to their children. So like, I'm gonna take this as like, Ray took him there because it was a family thing, but now that the sidekicks are here, she's gonna give the role of wheeling Endeavor around to one of them. But yeah, this in particular was because it was a Todoroki family thing. And I don't think it's a thing of like, oh, this means that because Ray did it this one time, that means that she's gonna be wheeling him around everywhere. Like, that's not how I see this scene. But, that's just me. I think this is just, an exception. And I think he's just gonna have someone else, helping him around. But this is one of the few times because their children were involved where like Ray was probably like, let me do it. When she said like, oh, even if it's hell, like how was she gonna continue the sentence? Even if it's hell, it's worth doing it? Because we know from the season 6 episode, the hellish Todoroki family, or no, it's the one after that, the wrong way to put out a fire, that Rei also feels responsible for what happened to Toya. So I'm sure that even if Enji has tried to talk to her about it, she's stubborn and probably put her foot down. Is like, I want to do this, so don't discourage me about it, You were still, like the worst one, but, I made mistakes here and there, and I want to take responsibility too. Like, I'm just, guessing. Yeah, that moment where Shoto is like, I have my friends in class A, so I'll be fine. I can become who I want to be. Basically, like, saying, just because of my own upbringing with you guys, but especially Dad, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. You won't, just because of what happened in my childhood, and because of you two being my parents, I won't let it affect me in a big negative way anymore. I can be a hero too. And that's really sweet. Also, the text from Hawks. What exactly does it say? How was the visit? If it gets tough, you can talk to me. Oh, that's my heart. And the smile from Angie after. I love it. I love it. Thanks, I'm okay. I'll let you know when I need help. They have my heart. Hawks and Endeavor. The way that Hawks is so determined to help him and, just have his back. No matter what, at any time. There's a reason I ship them. Also, he became the new, what was it, director of the Hero Association? How will we change things? The new president of the Hero Public Safety Commission. It's looking optimistic. Hawks, new blood, taking over and trying to change things for the better and making this society one that doesn't use children like they did him, and making heroes do the kind of shit that Negant had to do, and just be more centered around helping others rather than taking down villains. So yeah, that was a really good episode. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Till next time, see ya.